ahead and get this fired up. Fired up. There we go. Bow, 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 bow. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow. Bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. That's just long enough to run to the restroom. And so the question is, now I gotta auto-find and activate again. There we go. And the question is, see you tomorrow is pretty good, Killer Spud. That's great. There we go. Hey, now we got it. Awesome. All right, let me get my tea, and then I'll be right back. There it is. So now, we got you guys perfect. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hello, you beautiful bastards. You incredible rapscallions, you demon hordes of the internet. Let me see whether or not we got to get a check-in from all the 5 nations. First of all, here, I'll run over to the forgotten hinterlands, to the elbow-throwing mosh pit that is X. I just wrote the word mosh pit. Did it show up? No, it did not. So you know what that means? That means it ain't working. That's all right. I'm going to hit this refresh button a couple things. Again. Ooh, right on, G. James B. If you want, we get it. There we go. Cliff Horn, I believe you are the star of today's show, which that'll make sense to other people here shortly. But I'm going to show you a video. I hope that's all right. And again, I am not. Yeah! Ruck Open Nad 187. Yo, word, homie, GG. What, gangster? It's my favorite. Fucking that kicking in the door Kool-Aid Man energy, 100%. Dylan Theus reporting loud and proud from Modern Rogue. And then the one how to find and activate. It says there we go. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Cliff Horn, it's a strange new world that we live in where nobody worries about releases anymore. Or like just everything you do is just out there. Hey, there we go. Now the mosh pit is reporting in. And we'll just have to assume LinkedIn is out there because I haven't figured out a way to get their words into the unified feed. There we go. A biddly-dee-dee-dee-doo. I'll tell you what, it's funny how that works, isn't it? Like, to be honest, I personally really dig. Yeah, look at this, hands-free. Whoa, go away. I really dig swinging from gig to gig. There is something about, and everybody's wired a little bit differently, but there is something about that modality of like nothing exists except for this gig until we're done and then moving on. And in fact, that might be a little bit of a productivity tip for the day is don't leave any loops unclosed. Like if you're near the end of an hour-long call and there's some kind of like next steps thing, that seems to be, in today's easily distractible age, one of the greatest pitfalls that's going to sneak up and get you. So if you can, close the loop. And I am a big fan, you've heard me say this before, of I would much rather do many many little laps. They say that neural pathways are a bit like ski tracks in the snow, where you do it once, maybe it blows over, right? But you keep on doing it again and again, and suddenly you got a trench 6 feet deep, right? And it's completely unstoppable. And so in that regard, the anxiety of pressing publish on something that is perfect is too much. This program, this live tab, is the living example of that. This effort, you'll notice that starting off office hours, I still make no promises other than you could ask me anything, and I'm going to do whatever it is I was going to do anyway, but you're welcome to be there and get a full letter grade in your life. I do make that guarantee. Also, I got one for you guys. I did a podcast with Andrew Heaton. You guys really enjoyed the Dunbar's number discussion that we had. And he has a podcast called Alienating the Audience, and he doesn't do video on that, but I went ahead and ran video on it. And I was thinking that maybe we could release that as a patron-only bonus because it's a really, really good discussion. There we go, Flying Car 100. Yeah, good morning for reals. Austin the Man 97, good morning. Good morning, good morning. In the news this morning, good morning. I wonder if that clip exists. Boy, I'm gonna try to find me the news anchor. Oh, wait, what am I doing? No. Typing takes too long. There we go. There's a news clip that was played a lot on Joel McHale's The Soup of a news reporter saying, good morning in the news this morning, good morning. Can you find me that clip? I'll be curious if any of you guys even remember this. That's one of the things is, maybe it's from growing up listening to the Beastie Boys, but all of this detritus, all of these little moments that they loved, they were able to collage together into an expression uniquely their own. And that's fine, except you have to get... Yeah, here we go, where I can find it. Oh, what? Find it for me. What was that? That's so funny. Oh, wait a minute. Share, copy. We'll paste this over on the other one. Are you asking for a letter grade right out of the bat? Can't do that. We gotta, let's see, there we go. Post this over here.
Good morning, everybody in the news this morning. Good morning, everybody in the news this morning. Good morning, everybody in the news this morning. Good morning.
It was, man, lacking the context. It doesn't quite have the punch. But that was in the context, it jumped over, and boy, she was not ready to be on the air. All right. Hell yeah. Thank you very much, Austin the Man. All right, so let's start by making good on my promise to show you this weird-ass robot. And specifically, the motion of it. And then we've got an update. We may have a Ryer Appledorn floating in here. We will see. Oh. Why, oh, why did this not show up? I know I forwarded. Oh, interesting. Okay. Sit tight, sit tight. Yeah, dude, the girls are doing great, Austin the Man. So, if you're not listening to Great Night, that's usually where we'll talk about that stuff. But my youngest is 13. She is crushing it and is teenagery as hell. She's online. She's at that phase where running around making friends, rough and tumble play, first in Roblox, but now in increasingly esoteric indie games. My 18-year-old is the bassist in Almost a Girl Band. By the way, head on over to Spotify, listen to the new single from Almost a Girl Band. It's a good recording, doesn't do it justice of when it's played live. It's a banger. It's a good song. And then my 21-year-old Penny, she's in her last semester of college, crushing straight A's. And as I've bragged about, I'm very excited for a year of indentured servitude. She's going to do a gap year and work for me. So I'm on the hunt for an intern, and internships are hard to get because guess what? Now that there's a bunch of robots doing all these menial tasks, a bunch of companies don't want to hire interns, which is bad for anybody who wants to get hands-on experience. So my goal over the next year, once Penny comes here, is she's going to have to learn to edit. She's going to have to learn how to do all the live switching for this stuff. And eventually she wants to, she has her whole career trajectory. I don't know if she wants me talking about her. She writes. She went to school for writing, and she's a very talented writer. And I explained that, look, no matter what you do, being able to cut a rad trailer and being able to know the rhythm and flow of a different modality of artistic production is going to be good in the general for whatever it is. I actually have very good advice, and age 2 is the perfect time to do it. I don't know if you guys have already made this decision, but it was a conscious decision with all 3 of our girls that we were going to raise them skipping over any kind of talking down to them. We just straight up talk to them like adults. And as a result, here's the knock-on effect of it. Now, we don't use curse words, or we didn't, in front of them. But if something, involved a complicated phrase like, chaos theory, or talking about fractals, or whatever esoteric thing, we would just speak plainly about it, and then she would ask questions about it, and the knock-on effect is it doesn't matter if she understands the difference between differential equations and calculus or whatever. But by living in a world where those are the types of things that were talked about, you tend to stand out from the crowd at school, and your teachers take notice. And that has the knock-on benefit of the teacher knows to challenge you more. And so you keep staying ahead of the curve because, oh man, those baby brains, sponges. So try just talking to her as a grown-up, kind of. I don't know if that's too weird. But in the meantime, I have to do the difficult task of hunting down a message I sent to myself and also keeping the stream alive during that. But of course, I should relax my insistence on doing that. There we go. There it is. Okay, copy this, paste this here. Awesome. All right, let's talk about this story. Boom. Oh. Penny's the oldest, but Josie is our 18-year-old. She's the bassist in a band, getting ready to find out which college that she's going to go to. All right. So if I do this one here, there we go. All right, guys, let's talk about the creepy motion of this robot. Boston Dynamics, of course, they were the leaders in robots that make you say, please don't. But in this case, they have a brand new one that takes advantage of what on paper is a very sensible way to move for a robot, but also is deeply disconcerting when you're watching it in real time. So in this case, you got them roughly walking bipedal forward, just like so, but then watch the way this guy turns around. There we go. And because he's got 360-degree rotation on everything, hands pulled inward, outward. Nice middle fingers, by the way. That's the move. That's the move. Straight out of Terminator 2. When the T-1000 gets slammed against the wall and just morphs facing the other way, congrats. Congrats. We did it. Peace out, y'all. Y'all had a good run, humans. Now, as you guys know, that I am not defeatist on this angle. I actually think that these are very brittle systems. But that motion is extraordinary. There it is. Here it comes. That's the move. So good. Oh, somebody humdinged it up. Big Jim 5, hopefully he knows the rules. Oh no, Big Jim 5 trying. You're close. You're close, Big Jim 5. You've got it. Oh, we should check in on how big the delay is, the lag is, because that is the one downside to using Restream is I really do adore how easy it is for all of those. You know what? Yeah, I am taking submissions for the worst dad joke. As a matter of fact, I was reading. I got an email. I don't know if this is relevant, but I got an email from Google Maps saying that it could. What? Yeah. I got an email from Google Maps that said it can read maps backwards. It was obviously spam. We'll see. We'll see. This is the worst thing to happen to this program. Is I'm finally making my way through last year's calendar. When the guitar player moved into his new house, he had all the locks changed, locks replaced. It was a key change. Yep. I actually like that spam one. Pew, pew, pew. So I found out, let me share another production note, a new thing that I found out today, a problem that I have had. And this is one of those little non-intuitive design things. We're getting better and better at vMix Live on the fly. One of the things that I don't know is why there is a stuttering on this scroll. That is an ongoing issue to fix. As best I can tell, it is not a resource problem, because if you look down at my carrots, there we go, and behind this Best Day Brewing, there we go. If you look at the resources here, GPU memory is only at 50%, CPU is only using 8%. Total is a comfy 32 to 38%. So what that implies is this stuttering is something else. It's not resource issues. But a problem that I have dealt with is, let's do this. There we go. So in this preset, you can see that the horizontal ticker is unfortunately above the bug there. And for me to actually, now I have to go back. There we go. For me to change this, the way I should do, see that horizontal chat ticker down here? That's this one. Boop, boop. The way it says to do it is to click over here, change it, and then move everything down, down, down. But you'll notice that this stays a cursor all up and down this side. That is not very intuitive, because here's the surprising thing. Look at this. If you click it, it does drag. I would have expected, I was expecting the little nudge of it being a hand. And since I didn't see it, I made the incorrect assumption that it didn't work. And so in this case, now that is arranged appropriately. So that's another unlock here. I'll add that to the agenda of the to-dids. Solving the layer cake. All right. Oh, also, I got a question for you guys. When I suspect, okay, that's pretty good. What do you call a rooster that lays an egg? A dad joke? Well done. Well done, Freak Mac. You get points. In fact, here, this is something I should go ahead and set up. There, we'll have Penny. Oh, look at that. There we go. We can crank up that soundboard a little bit more. We got to update all of these. These are 17-year-old sounders. Wrap your minds around that. There we go. I have a pair of reading glasses that are pink to blue faded color. I call them my bifocals. My Gen Z kids hate it. All right, that's pretty good. Alex Nut 5448. How have I been? Longtime fan of Game School. What's up with these live streams? Will we bring back Game School if in its original format? So one of the things about the old Game School episodes is I don't own that footage. However, a thing that I can do, I can do stuff at the bar. Here's the real answer, is I would love to, but we need a different story because the story can't still be Brian is the cool guy at the bar. Now, an interesting story is Brian was the cool guy at the bar, but now he wants to go and take his 18-year-old daughter out and teach her the ways of the scam. And she, who is mildly warm to magic, she's fine with it, but she's also wicked smart, wicked funny, and wicked talented, and can easily cotton all that. Now, that's a story of Lone Wolf and Cub that I would very much like to see. How do you know when a dad joke is matured, when it becomes full grown? It's good. That's good. Oh, man, this is very kind of you to say. I feel as though I've aged quite a bit. But then again, we all went to war during the pandemic. Transition lenses, yeah. Your bifocals. I think I made the joke that these are progressive bifocals, so I used to be libertarian, but now I'm progressive. Good morning, 604157. Yeah, on the off chance that anybody's just perusing past, so I'll give you the shortest version I'm able. Basically, production used to be a thing that you hired outside people to do. You know, if you have a story, you need to spend money to create production that attracts attention. And then that's where you build your gravity well of relationships or whatever. But the robots done changed all of this. And so there's two things that are happening. Number one, everybody's out of excuses. Everybody say, oh, I would love to have good looking stuff, but I just can't afford it. You don't have to afford it now. All you have to do is start showing up. And so in this case, around 2 years ago, when the vault doors opened after the pandemic and a lot of folks wanted to move on, the question was, okay, do I replace these humans with other humans, or do I do the very, very hard thing and just learn how to do everything myself with the assistance of robots? And so you'll notice a lot of content being a little bit Brian's figuring out stuff. I've become one of those guys in a street festival playing a loop on a pedal and doing a one-man band thing. And I'm not going to call it good yet or even really aware of what it wants to be yet. But I know that it begins by starting every single day and building up the habits and routines and the mental map of knowledge so you're able to do all of this without really thinking about it. And so along the way, office hours, an hour a day of me opening myself up to questions is a fine way to do it. If you don't want to check in with Brian, you don't have to. I ain't asking you for nothing. Big Jim has a dad joke. Michael Jackson and a hard of hearing Eskimo go into a club. The club rules say you have to take off your shoes on the dance floor. And after they're done dancing, they want to go to the bar. Michael finds his shoes easy because they're covered in sequins, but the hard of hearing Eskimo cannot. But they go to the bar anyway. While at the bar, the Eskimo says, "Michael, did you see my shoes?" And Michael responds with, "Yes, I saw them." What? Now the music is kind of loud, so the Eskimo asks again, "Michael, did you see my shoes?" And Michael responds with, "Yes, I saw them." Where's this going? Now, I cannot stress enough that this really is a hard of hearing fellow. So he asks again, "Michael, did you see my shoes?" And Michael responds with, "Yes, I saw them." Finally, the bartender is fed up and says, "Michael said, saw your moccasins." And Michael said, "Saw your moccasins." Michael said, "Saw your moccasins." What? Saw your moccasins. It's a pun. How am I screwing up understanding this Michael Jackson joke? Yeah, Michael said, "Saw your moccasins." Michael said, "Michael saw your moccasins." Michael saw your moccasins. Am I being... Mama saw Mama Kusa? Yeah. Michael said, Michael saw your moccasins. Michael said, Michael saw your moccasins. Michael said, You know what? I think maybe I have to know what this phrase is. But if I've never heard it, then I don't get it. What is that a phrase? You guys are going to have to bring me up to speed. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I'm unfamiliar with the original sample of which this is a remix. Michael said, Michael saw your moccasins. Yeah. I think I just don't speak that reference. It's a line from one of his songs. What? Which song? Michael saw your moccasins. Mama saw, Mama Kusa. Which song is this? Yeah. I guess, wow. Anyway, this robot moves crazy. Which song is it? Oh, you want to be starting something? Is that what it is? Or you guys might just be chasing want to be starting something. Okay. Damn. No, to be honest, Jim, this is even better. Michael said, Michael saw your moccasins is now going to be something. That's awesome. All right, so we got an email with a solution to the zine. Remember we were talking about form and function? I totally like it. Yep. Nope, that's fine. This is great. Want to be starting something. Look, I'm the right demographic. I am the right everything. It's on me for not knowing that line. My face has been palmed, sir. And a good face palming to you, too. All right, so Cliff Horn sent in this. It's awesome. It is the solution I kind of like yesterday I was doing a lot of asking of like, okay, but seriously, what is the format? Do we center staple it? If we're making this zine, how do we want it to look? And Cliff Horn just delivered, the moment I showed this to Bonnie said, oh yeah, we do that with comic books for kids in art camp. And so that tells me that it's perfect. Check this out.
Hey Brian, just wanted to share with you an idea for your zine. I've seen it in a couple of other ones, just thought I'd share it with you. I just mocked one up for you. On the front, this is the size of it. It's about the size of a birthday card, so it would fit into an envelope. Front, whatever you want to put, whatever graphic. On the inside, you could do something like a little hello and explaining what this is or what this issue is about. One short story is a lead off. On the inside, one big story that tells the main story of what this zine's about, or this issue is about. And then a short story on this side, maybe a little QR code on there, and then your letter to the editor and maybe what's coming up in your next zine. And then on the back, that's where you set up your mailing with your little stamp, or if you just want to put this in an envelope, you can do that. Great thing about this, it's one piece of paper, an 11 by 17, and because it's that way, you can unfold it, and on the back side, you can put whatever you want as a poster on it. So make it a little collectible. So thought I'd share. Let me know what you think.
Dude, I love it. It's great. That is the solution, 100%. So, here. So if I'm reading it right, looks it gives, I love it. It's the best solution. You guys did right. Thank you. What I love about it is that it gives a job to the zine after it's been read. So if I was following all that correctly, let's see. I'm just guessing on all of this. Oh, I don't know if I did it right, but this feels kind of right. There we go. So let's see, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did this backwards. Okay, so this needs to go outside like that. Yeah. Yeah, this is so this is the idea. Don't hold me to a promise. I'm not making a promise yet, but the idea I'm exploring is that we need to figure out an overarching goal, meta narrative for everything that we're doing here. And the meta narrative 10 years ago was, hey, the TV show, they took it away. Let's see if we can keep on going. And obviously a lot's changed in 10 years. So now I am trying to think of what is a quest that is something that would be engaging and fun and be relevant in this age of what they are calling the abundance crisis. And I rather love the idea of something that's unambiguously homespun, the general artifact of a zine that goes to your mailbox. Now, only patrons, by the way, good time right now to sign up at patreon.com/modernrogue. Patreon.com/modernrogue patrons, not only will you get your name in the credits of episodes, but at a certain tier, I don't know, don't hold me to this, but I would imagine at $5 a month of support, we'd be able to send these to you. But then you could get a zine, and then the zine could have, let's see, the cover. And then this also solves the problem of trying to compete in any kind of crowded market space is a rough thing. There's so many good articles at themodernrogue.com, But there's a million places to go read articles. Whereas if we were to repurpose or rethink or reimagine or revisit a bunch of those topics as articles in a zine, then so it would be the cover and then whatever, story, beep boop, and then stuff, and then, you know, big feature, and then business classifieds, question mark, meep moop, meep moop, meep moop, back page, like that. And then on the back, they really could just be a little bit of a sticker at the bottom, return address, stamp, goes out like that. And then and then a poster could be fan art. It could be a how-to guide, imagine a first aid guide, but in a funny style for, like how to fight a bear or something. But then it's like, I'm just redoing exactly what Cliff did. Thank you very much, Cliff. You cracked it. And then that goes on your wall in whatever your sacred space is. Boop. And it's just a funny thing. That is 100%. That is 100% worth being a patron for. Yeah. Pocket Mod fold. There we go. That format is a large Pocket Mod fold. I'm used to using a letter-sized sheet of paper, great for pocket notebooks. Google Pocket Mod. Yeah, let me take a look for that. Ah, yeah. There we go. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, wow. There's even a pocket to put more of them in. How fun. Yeah, that's the way to go, right? Oh, Ryer's in the chat. Ryer, if you want to come be in the studio, you're welcome to. But yeah, doesn't this track for what we were talking about? I think that's ideal. Meh, 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 meh. Cool. All right, let's see what time are we at. We are. Oh, I forgot to press record. In the chaos of going twice. All right. I think worst dad joke's going to be an ongoing bit of business. Oh, here he is. What do you say, Ryer? Okay. Right? Did you get the joke or did I? Hang on. There we go. And then a boom. Look at that. How about that?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, it might be the other mic. Or tap that mic. Tap that mic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Follow me, Doe. I'm over
man.
here.
Look at that. The robot cameras are doing exactly what the robot cameras are supposed to do.
Yeah, they are. Great job.
I'm confused. It's been a year of like, well, they should do this and that, and now they're actually doing it. It's very weird.
Well, if I think we learned this before. If you put a large and silly trackable thing on your face,
Your face is a QR code.
yeah,
So you like that pocket mod?
I do.
Fold?
Yeah, I like that. I like that the idea of like having it be a collectible poster on the back too.
Yeah, I think that is my favorite part of it, where it's like just the idea that everything is self-contained and has a job as, the booklet. Like that alone would be fine and gets us close to, you were talking about how you like the booklet aspect of things.
Yeah.
And then also this gets us to the form factor that gets us in the definitely openable if we put it in an envelope.
Yep.
Or maybe we'll start with envelopes, but eventually if we have enough interest, it has to not be that way. But to be honest, the one thing I thought of is like, man, I will be a patron just for, you guys have no idea how much dark bandwidth, artistic bandwidth Ryer is made of. Like whatever this poster is, he would bang one of these out as a morning exercise, and it'll be amazing.
I mean, we have T-shirt designs that are that.
Yeah. But then the problem is like T-shirt has to go through the filter of, do I want to wear this, and
Yeah.
do I need to cover my nipples, and blah 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 blah.
Right.
Whereas that piece of art, that poster,
Yeah.
like I want to support the thing because I like the videos, and then give me something to read, and then give it a job to do after that. Because after you've read it, do you want to be one of those hoarders that has just a bunch of National Geographics in a corner that are too nice to throw away? No, but instead it has a job to just be a poster.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think that's and I like the idea of I like being able to fold it, because that would mean that it's, I mean, I don't know, that's not, you're not like having to staple and fold, and it's less like vectors for incorrectness.
Yeah.
Because you're just printing on one sheet, which is
Well,
awesome.
And it also, I mean, at first we'll have, I mean, let's say we have 100 go out per quarter. This feels like it could be a quarterly thing, right?
Yeah.
And 100 to 200, that's turn on a movie and fold them as a family,
Yeah.
And then because in order to do it right, you do want to do it by hand. You don't want it machine done, which all of that plays in the aesthetic. Hand drawn, hand replicated, hand duplicated, on whatever, a Xerox machine, and then hand folded. And then, and at first, I would imagine we could even hand sign. I don't know.
That's an idea.
Although with
Yeah.
you being on the other side of the continent,
Yeah, but if we're doing them quarterly,
then we can.
and then it's like, well, then
Then
we just
that-
film quarterly, and we just make 4 trips out of it, a year out of it.
Yeah. Well, here, what that tells me I need to do is, first of all, everyone should be signing up at signup.scamstuff.com. If you have a question, hit me up, brian@schwood.com. And now, most importantly, now's a really good time to go to patreon.com/modernrogue. I'm not going to say that you're going to get priority by being early, but you will definitely get priority by being early. And let me save this. 0113. Happy Tuesday the 13th.
I like that it can also, it's like 2 posters in one, because we can do different, like really fun cover art for each issue, and
Yeah.
then the big poster on the back.
Oh, you know what? We the first one should be almost a girl band poster. Let's see if it finds this. Almost a girlfriend poster stubs. Oh, come on. Album party. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Oh, no. Where is... Where is... Oh, that's so funny. They called the band Almost a Girl. I guess it is. It's almost a girl band. That's hilarious. Oh, images. Oh. Well, there they are. Why could I not find the poster? Oh, well. It's a good poster. One of the guys that's in The Roots, the band that's on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
He happened to bump into the dad of. He got recognized by the dad of the drummer of the band, and he brought up, "Oh, my kids are, my son's in a band, drummer, something," and he goes, "Oh, at Stubbs, right? Yeah, I saw that poster," and it's like, holy shit, that's the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That's great. That's awesome. Is it like the... now I really want to see it.
Yeah, let me see if I can find.
Is it similar to the art they have on their Spotify page?
Yeah, I think Josie did the layout on it. Man. Here, I'll text another human. There, Bonnie. Send me a link to the Almost a Girl band poster.
Please, and I love you.
Ryer loves you.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
Loves you. There you go. We're talking about it. There we go. We'll see if that works.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's great. So the poster on the zine side could be a treasure map for the next Founders event.
Have you announced another Founders event yet?
No, I've not. Partly because I don't. Partly because it's very late, and
Yeah.
I think that whatever will be done will be so small as to not even qualify as an event.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, Ryer, dare I say, what? Oh goodness, are we locked up?
Looks like we might be.
Interesting. We'll see whether or not we've been... Oh, somebody just Skyped in. Okay, interesting.
They Skyped in?
Somebody remote access, so I'm just going to shut this right down.